It was the truth, and like any truth, it was powerful. Sometimes problems don't require a solution to solve them. Instead, they require maturity to outgrow them. A hero is just somebody who does the right thing when it would be far, far easier to do nothing. If you remember me, then I don't care if everyone else forgets. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. I wonder how many people don't get the one they want, but end up with the one they're supposed to be with. Choose to correct your mistakes rather than comparing it to others. It is remarkable how long men will believe in the bottomlessness of a pond without taking the trouble to sound it. You can't understand where someone's going unless you understand where they've been. Regrets are about decisions that you know you should have done different. To the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you may be the world. There's nothing in the world that breeds success like success. Above all, never think you're not good enough. Never think that. In life, people will take you at your own reckoning. The butterfly counts not months but moments and has time enough. I speak my own sins. I cannot judge another. I have no tongue for it. You must not ever stop being whimsical, and you must not, ever, give anyone else the responsibility for your life. Every problem is an opportunity for a solution. More at qpe.co.in. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Even if you're on the right track, but just sit there, you will still get run over. Because I don't live in either my past or my future. I'm interested only in the present. Common sense in an uncommon degree is what the world calls wisdom. Tragedy and adversary are the stones we sharpen our swords against so we can fight new battles. The eye sees only what the mind is prepared to comprehend. Stay in the center, and you will be ready to move in any direction. Faith is a knowledge within the heart, beyond the reach of proof. Parents can only give good advice or put them on the right paths, but the final forming of a person's character lies in their own hands. It is not that I am mad, it is only that my head is different from yours. I was always looking outside myself for strength and confidence, but it comes from within. It is there all the time. If everything was perfect, you would never learn and you would never grow. You lose nothing when fighting for a cause. In my mind, the losers are those who don't have a cause they care about. The greatest win is walking away and choosing not to engage in drama and toxic energy at all. When you think you're right, you're most likely wrong. What we fear doing most is usually what we most need to do. Be noble like the sun. Let even those who resent you for shining benefit from your warmth. The trouble with denial is that when the truth comes, you aren't ready. If those at your top are weak, your bottom will be rotten. The people I distrust most are those who want to improve our lives but have only one course of action. Make your lives a masterpiece. You only get one canvas. Many people die at 25 and aren't buried until they are 75. Anyone who isn't embarrassed of who they were last year probably isn't learning enough. Where attention goes, energy flows. Where intention goes, energy flows. Everything is beauty, but not everyone sees it. Bad men rule by the feebleness of the ruled, and this is just. The triumph of weaklings would not be just. All the stuff you can't wait to get away from, until it's not there anymore, and then you miss it like crazy. He must be very ignorant, for he answers every question he is asked. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Every ounce of my cynicism is supported by historical precedent. One lie has the power to tarnish 1,000 truths. My feet are shaking, but I'll do whatever it takes to take a step forward. Being true to yourself is the greatest force to uncover the soul. If an apology is followed by an excuse or a reason, it means they are going to commit same mistake again they just apologized for. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. One swallows the lie that flatters, but sips the bitter truth drop by drop. If you reveal your secrets to the wind, you should not blame the wind for revealing them to the trees. Arrival in the world is really a departure, and that, which we call departure, is only a return. If you possess enough courage to speak out what you are, you will find that you are not alone. The end may justify the means as long as there is something that justifies the end. We need to be fit and ready for anything that might come our way. Until you step into the unknown, you don't know what you're made of. The road to success is paved with determination, not with the footsteps of quitters. You have made the moon, the jester said. That is the moon. Power does not corrupt. Fear corrupts. Perhaps the fear of a loss of power. Success comes from the inside out. In order to change what is on the outside, you must first change what is on the inside. Fortune does favor the bold, and you'll never know what you're capable of if you don't try. Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Truth strikes us from behind and in the dark, as well as from before and in broad daylight. When you are on your path, and it is truly your path, doors will open for you where there were no doors for someone else. We started off trying to set up a small anarchist community, but people wouldn't obey the rules. Perhaps what is inexpressible is the background against which whatever I could express has its meaning. There are few sources of energy so powerful as a procrastinating college student. Deal with your past so that it won't affect your future. We are products of our past, but we don't have to be prisoners of it. Sometimes you need a little crisis to get your adrenaline flowing and help you realize your potential. Don't tell me about your God with your words. Show me about your God with your actions. But memory is like plaster. Peel it back, and you just might find a completely different picture. The one ironclad rule is that I have to try. I have to walk into my writing room and pick up my pen every weekday morning. I never ask a man what his business is, for it never interests me. What I ask him about are his thoughts and dreams. For the world is in a bad state, but everything will become still worse unless each of us does his best. Do not give way to useless alarm. Though it is right to be prepared for the worst, there is no occasion to look on it as certain. When something ought to be true, then it proves to be a very powerful truth. The most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. A thing is not necessarily true because a man dies for it. We are the sum total of the decisions we have made. Never underestimate the power you have to take your life in a new direction. Life is a drama full of tragedy and comedy. You should learn to enjoy the comic episodes a little more. Even in the far future, never forget that you have right now wherever you are right now. You're just taking a break. Nothing is ever complete. You just have to get it close enough that it makes you happy. Pessimistic Tidak Lebi Daripada Sikap Tak Bermindahalui Nazib. The choices you make now, the people you surround yourself with, they all have the potential to affect your life, even who you are, forever. You are a cosmic flower. Om chanting is the process of opening the psychic petals of that flower. Life is fragile. We're not guaranteed a tomorrow, so give it everything you've got. Being defeated is often a temporary condition. Giving up is what makes it permanent. Every time you spend money, you're casting a vote for the kind of world you want. Earn nicely, spend wisely, and you will live happily. You're always with yourself, so you might as well enjoy the company. However beautiful the strategy, you should occasionally look at the results. There is a certain right by which we may deprive a man of life, but none by which we may deprive him of death. This is mere cruelty. Clean your home first before complaining about others. We seek the fire of the spark that is already within us. The level of success you achieve will be in direct proportion to the depth of your commitment.